Nintendo keeps asking more and more money from the people, but are they actually delivering anyway? And is this morally, objectively correct? Nintendo Switch was announced finally. It has been 100 years, and they have said some things that just outrage people. Now, I'm personally not a Nintendo consumer, but even if I wanted to be, the price of entry is so freaking high that I just cannot afford it. And what they further have done to sink their reputation now, it's even worse. So let's see the list of the things that Nintendo actually did. So Switch 2 pricing backlash, that's the first point. So the Switch 2 is $449.99 price tag or $499 with Mario Kart World has sparked significant criticism for being much higher than the original Switch $299.99 launch price. Fans have also expressed frustration over $80 digital and $90 physical game prices, with some calling it a price gouging. Posts on X highlight anger over the lack of transparency during the announcement livestream, as pricing details were not clearly stated. So yeah, that's of course one of the first things, prices of the console, prices of the games. If the prices of the games were not that freaking high, the prices of the console will not hurt that much, really. If people didn't have to pay for everything that we are going to discuss, then the price of the console is not actually that bad. If you then are gonna be covered for a lot of the functions that should be free. So yeah, $80 to $90 for a game is absolutely stupid high. I mean, who can freaking afford that? And when you live in a country like my country, which is Bulgaria, the dollar or the euro are double our money. So for us, it's double the price. I have to pay like what? Between 160 leva and to 100 and what? 80 leva? I mean, I'm not sure, but that is crazy, guys. It is unthinkable, especially in the times that we're living in today, and we can't afford simple things by this point. Then we come to Game Chat subscription controversy. The Switch 2 new Game Chat feature, access via a dedicated C button on the Joy-Con, has drawn eerie because it will require Nintendo Switch Online membership after March 2026. Many fans view this as locking a basic console chat function behind a paywall, with some exposed labeling it as scam. Yeah, guys, I mean, how can you prevent people from chatting and wanting them to pay for a freaking function just to chat with other players? That has been something that was available to us for years, and of course on PC it's free. This is just a thing that comes with the game. It's not a feature that you pay for. So to me, that's one of the most outrageous things. How can you log behind a paywall such a basic thing? Now, I'm a player that usually when I play online, I rarely talk to people unless I'm in some kind of a group of people that I know. Then, of course, we're gonna talk with each other. But when I play, let's say, Overwatch, I don't talk to anyone. I don't care. I just wanna be in and out, play a quick game, and then go. That's it. I don't wanna talk to people. And if I'm really annoyed, anyway by someone, I'm just gonna mute them. But why would I do that? I just want a quick play, go in and go out. Now, this is just me, but the point is, in any case, if you need it, it has to be there as an option. That's it. You just don't do this, Nintendo. Then tariff-related pre-order delays. Nintendo delayed the US pre-orders originally set for April 9, 2025, citing President Trump's global tariffs announced on April 2nd, which could raise costs. This move frustrated fans, with some speculating the $449.99 price might increase further. The uncertainty has fueled accusations of poor planning, though Nintendo insists the June 5, 2025 launch date remains unchanged. And some other people did talk about the tariffs, but some mentions that maybe actually that's not an excuse for Nintendo at all. So just keep in mind, in any case, they decide, and they have decided probably long before those tariffs what the prices would be. Then physical game cartridge concerns. Now, reports suggest some Switch 2 physical game cartridges may not contain full games, instead acting as keys for digital downloads. This has angered fans who value physical media, with Expos calling it deceptive for a $90 price point. Yes, of course, guys, Nintendo has done nothing for game preservation. And we do want to preserve games, and one way to do that is actually PC emulation. So if you have an emulator for Nintendo or PS3 or whatever, games that are already uploaded on some sites, you can play them on the PC, you can play them now because you will not buy those consoles anyway, or they're too old and you cannot buy them anyway. This is the way for us to have the older games. This is the way for us to preserve gaming through emulation. That's a thing, that's real, and it's a good way. And if the company that produces these games don't want to and is not willing even to preserve their own games, then they are detrimental to the whole gaming industry in this case. And we are forgetting what games are really about, which is freaking entertainment, stress relief, all those things that you can do. Now you can argue, oh, Gary, but I could just throw my joystick at the screen and break it. Well, you gotta be more mature than that and not break your tech because you're angry at the game. But the point is mostly gaming started so people can interact with something that's happening on the screen and have fun with it. And those games, some of them are just pure gold. They have to be preserved. But Nintendo doesn't seem to care about those things. And that is why people are acting. People are creating stuff like emulators and emulate the games. And that's not gonna change. They cannot stop everyone from doing that. They have obligation to the world themselves as a company if they want to have any reputation of a good company in general that has some kind of a moral values, and of course companies don't pretty much, but if they want to go finally in that direction, they have to be able to put physically games on those physical carriers, so to speak. So one day after 20 years, if there's no longer internet support for different game servers, those games have to have some kind of offline mode so you can also play them even in the future. That is how it has to be. And something that happened with Ubisoft recently, if you heard about the fact that they just deleted the crew, the first game, also played it before, and they just said, nah, sorry, there's no crew, just play crew 2. And that's it. Just play crew 2. I'm like, I will play whatever I want, Ubisoft. You're not the one to tell me what I want to play, okay? So now the game is totally deleted from the world, and there's no offline mode to preserve it. So once again, Ubisoft, you're a bad company. Then we go to backward compatibility issues. While the Switch 2 is backward compatible with most original Switch games, some titles reportedly have startup or compatibility issues, and certain games require a paid upgrade pack to work fully. This has led to accusations of nickel and diming loyal customers. Yeah, and now you gotta. I mean, that's just horrible. If you have Switch 1 games, you should be able to play on Switch 2, and this makes the Switch 2 console so much more valuable this way. You do it. You just do it. Okay? Nintendo, just do it. I just don't understand. Why would you do that? Then it's region locking speculation. Rumors of potential regional locking on the Switch 2 have surfaced, upsetting fans who import games, while unconfirmed expose cite price disparities, 350 equivalent of Japan's 450 in the US, as evidence amplifying distrust. Yeah, the differences between the price in the US and the price in Japan. Yeah. I mean, they're like, well, people in the US are, more wealthy. A lot of them aren't. So just pay us more. That's how it sounds. Paid interactive manual criticism. The Switch 2's welcome tour, an interactive system tutorial, reportedly costs money, unlike free Jesus Christ. Unlike free demos like Astro Playroom on the PS5, fans and former Nintendo's PR managers criticize this as a cash grab, with backlash flooding the Nintendo's Treehouse livestream post announcements. Yeah, I mean, how can you do that? For new people like myself, it's just so dumb because even if I want to play Nintendo someday or get it for some ungodly reason, I can't. And they're making everything possible for us to pay more and more. And like we are already paying for all kinds of services. People are paying for Netflix, Hulu, whatever. I'm not paying for the PlayStation Plus. I don't care about it. I don't play online on the PlayStation, just playing on PC. But if you want to do that, you gotta pay for this, for that, for this. Like subscriptions may cost so much money a month. Are you crazy? This is nuts. Okay, guys. So this is going to be it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Watch this next if you're interested. If you'd like to support me, I do all kinds of coaching and non explicit content, normal content at OnlyFans. I'm actually doing life coaching there, fitness, health, nutrition coaching, talking about relationships. I'm talking about how to fix them. I'm talking about your sex life, how to fix that. A lot of insider information, so to speak, real world things that can help you in your real life. And I'm doing all of that so I can talk freely at OnlyFans. And also, I'm showing my own physique update and how am I sustaining a great shape for the last 10 years, showing my physique updates, but censored. Censored. So OnlyFans is also a good platform for normal content if you want to talk about different things like that. And I have no choice but to use it because most people already have accounts there. But in any case, it's a great platform to just upload endlessly and to actually help people. So it's how you use it, and I use it for good. Thank you guys, and until next time, love ya with me, Gary, the G Hammer Empress. Bye bye.